What's up, guys? It's TechnoViking23 coming to you today with some Raid Shadow Legends. It's Monday, early in the week. Hope you guys got your week off to a good start. I had to go sit in on jury duty today, so my day was kind of not fun. But came back this evening, and we got a bunch of new stuff going on in Raid. I wanted to kind of talk about a little bit here. The first is these new Trunda skins, which are kind of interesting. $35 in the shop for this skin. I think that still misses the mark on the price tag. I will not be purchasing this. Quite honestly, I think the Trunda skins look kind of trashy, if I'm being honest. I don't think they look that great. So not something I'll really be interested in. Now, they are going to be doing some Fusion-like events so that you can get the other Trunda skin. I believe it's the ice one. You can actually earn it in-game. So I'm happy they did that, although I'm sure it's going to be almost like doing a full-blown Fusion. You're probably going to wind up still spending a little bit to get that unless you've got your resources saved up. Obviously, we just had a fusion, so it's possible a lot of people don't have that stuff there, especially for the summon rush. It's going to be kind of tough, I guess, if you want to get that. But they said don't worry because we'll sell you any additional fragments you miss in the shop afterwards, which, you know, typical Plarium, good job. Not really. There's also this new pack in the shop for this event that's going on right now with the Path of Light, the Hero's Path, whatever they're calling it. Don't buy these. These are a waste of money. These are just, it's just stupid. Don't buy these. I mean, I guess unless you're like Umberka Whale who just wants to be done with the event like instantly. But let's go and take a look at what this is. So we got the Path of Light. And what I kind of wanted to talk about with this is just kind of looking at it strategically to kind of see which way you want to go down the path. And I think it's going to be dependent on where your account is in the game. The cool thing is they do at least show you all of the rewards that you can get going all the way down. The middle path is a legendary book, which out of these bottom three, I think is probably the most valuable. I don't value shards as high as many other content creators because I think pulling shards in this game is a trap that just leads you into never progressing your account. So while, yeah, it's great you can come down and get a void shard, I think the books are a much better option because books will actually help you build out a champion. Even chickens, depending on where your account is, a 5-star chicken can be very valuable to you in helping you get that next 6-star champion. But I like the middle path the best because I think the books have got a lot of value, especially the legendary book at the bottom. If you're not able to hit Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss yet, you're probably not getting a good supply of legendary books, so it's always good to pick one up when you can. These are generally very rare for tournament and event rewards, so that's one of the main reasons I started down the middle path here, especially on the free-to-play account here. Now, my main account, I did the same thing. I went down this one, and I'm almost to the bottom already on that account since I have a lot more energy to farm a spider. And then I went ahead and opened up the one on the right because I wanted to come down and get the speed glyph and the core hammers, and also because the nice thing about the middle path is you do get a key fairly early down. So you get this key here. They give you one key for free, and then you've got to unlock the other key. So once you get this key in the middle, you can go ahead and pick one of these other two pathways to open up depending on the rewards that you want. But again, I kind of think the middle path, at least for me, in my opinion, is the best one to go down. You get a bunch of energy too, which energy just lets you keep grinding and getting gear and getting silver. So I thought that was the best path to go on. That's the path I opened up first on both of my accounts. And I think I'll probably go maybe come down the right side next, because it is kind of nice to be able to get a void shard if we can go all the way to the bottom. But that legendary book right there is just very attractive as a reward. So that's the path I would suggest going down. And this is essentially just a glorified artifact enhancement event and a dungeon divers event, basically, because you get most of your light coins from getting gear in dungeons and then leveling up gear. I believe for every 1,000,000 silver you spend, you get some coins. So that's basically the way I looked at it. It's kind of nice, I guess. It's just basically another event they put in the game. I see a lot of people kind of complaining about it, but my thing is always like, you know, it's just stuff you're going to get done doing the game anyways, so I think it's kind of cool. You got a chance to pick up some extra rewards. You really don't have to spend much, and even here on the first day, I've already made it down pretty far here on the first path. The only thing is we only have about, I think, 4 days when they launch this to get it done, so just be, you know, doing your dungeon farming. If you're doing your events, the Ice Golem, or farming Dragon. In my case, I'm farming a lot of Spider because I'm trying to get my silver back up on the free-to-play account after the Fusion. You're going to get points, and then you just kind of come in here and figure out which path that you want to go down. Now, I will say this. A lot of the other two paths kind of have I guess you would say, better rewards early. So if you don't think you're going to be able to get down to the very, very bottom of these, you may want to go on this one and get the gems, because gems are always valuable. The XP boost is always valuable. But this path coming down is you're basically just getting energy that's going to help you keep progressing. It's like, so if you don't think you're going to be able to get down to the epic and the legendary book, you may want to just take this left one. Is actually somewhat attractive because you do have a lot of gems there, which are kind of nice, especially if you're a low spend or a free-to-play player. So just kind of some insights there. I wanted to give a couple thoughts and opinions on that. If you guys are kind of wondering which path to go down, maybe that'll help you decide for where you're going to unlock with those keys. And the other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to take a look at the Trunda skins in more detail. I think I can see them through the index. I do have Trunda on my main account. I don't have her on the free-to-play yet. I'm not sure if we'll ever get her. Personally, I think her default skin is really good. I've always said she's just like a Super Saiyan dwarf, basically, but they did a good job on this. You know, she's definitely got the legs for days. But these two that they did here, I don't think they're that great. If I had to pick one, it'd probably be the ice one, but I don't know. It just doesn't look that good to me. I think they kind of missed the mark on this one. They could have just made actual like ice on her body, like for her armor, instead of just keeping this sort of the regular armor. But I don't know. It's like, see what they did with the fire one? I think they should have done this with the ice. She should have gotten some kind of armor. And this one, I guess the hammer looks a little bit better. But yeah, I don't like the face, like how they did any of this. So I don't know. I think they did a much better job on the Arbiter skins. I would not spend $35 on this, especially my whole attitude on the skins in the game is great. You know, if you decide you want to buy it, fine, but you're never going to see it, really, unless you're fighting somebody in arena that's got it. So, like, my whole thing was, like, why buy the skin for your champion if you're never actually going to see it get used? So that's kind of the opinion I take on these. I definitely, in my mind, it's not worth spending $35 to get one of these. And then, you know, if you want to go after, I think the Ice Drake is the one that they're going to have in the events that you can kind of go after that way. So that's fine if you're just playing the game normally, you want to try to unlock it through that. But from what I've seen, it's basically doing Summon Rush and all these other different events, kind of like you're doing a Fusion, like I mentioned earlier. So you're going to have to decide, do you want to blow resources getting a Trunda skin? You know, a lot of the whales are probably going to be throwing a lot of resources at it like they did with the Cold Heart skin when they did the event for that. Or do you want to save your resources for the next legendary fusion that they do? I think, quite honestly, saving your resources for that next fusion probably a better idea, and it's going to be a lot more valuable for your account than a, you know, kind of a bad-looking skin, in my opinion. I mean, some people might like the skin. I don't think it looks that great compared to like what they had for Arbiter, and even for Cold Heart. I think the Cold Heart skins look a lot better than these two they did for Trunda. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Just wanted to give my thoughts on these new events going on in the game. Let me know if you're going to be going after any of this stuff at all and what you think about the events. As always, hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you again next time.